Okay. Howdy, everybody. I lost my chat window. Getting myself situated here. So, I just thought I'd come on. Just doing a little cherry picking here on just looking through some a couple eBay sellers that I tend to buy from quite a bit. Let's go back to page 1. Yeah, just come on to see what people have got, see if there's anything good, going for a good price. Sometimes I'm looking for add to my collection, other times resale. See what we got. Here's a good buyer. M-Bar Coins. He does a lot of business. Always has a lot of auctions going off every day, both foreign and American. And buy quite a bit from him. He does a good job. He ships quick. Everything is as described for the most part. I've never had any problems with him. He has good pictures. He typically has good pictures. If anybody sees something I'm missing, by all means, jump in and or go grab it yourself. Whenever I'm doing this, I always have a couple things open. Not that. Let's go over here. I'll have Numista open for any foreign stuff that I look at. 1933. Let's see what this one is. So over here, do a search. Slovakia, 1933. What was that one? 20 Corona. And come down here and find it. There it is. So it's a nice big size coin, silver. The other thing too is I'll have I usually have throw some of the stuff out. I usually have eBay and another window to kind of look at sold items on here. So if I look for Czechoslovakia, 1933, 20. I actually see the one there. Then I'll switch to down here to the sold items. Kind of see what they're going for. 12 plus $3 shipping. Here's all in at $10.78. Oops. $20. So it's there's not a ton of room on this one. So it'd be a matter if I want it myself, but don't know if I like it that much. Let's keep scrolling. I'm always looking for good Walkers or Franklins that are a decent price. These Swedish ones, actually, I think I bid on this one already. Yeah. Oh, I've been outbid. These are these Swedish 5 oars from the 1800s. They're pretty low. They're kind of low mintages. This one's actually pretty clean. Sometimes you see a lot more of a mess on these things. This one's actually pretty clean, pretty high grade. Sometimes this is the first year in this series. Let's pull that up. 1874 Swedish. That's not how you type it. Down here. So we get under $1 million. Under $1 million. These prices are just relative. You can see I can usually get them. This is the price I paid for it. You can see I usually get them a lot cheaper than that. That is a clean example though. But I think I already bid on it once, but got outbid. I think I'll pass. See these, you want to look here at the rings. There's a variety where this middle ring here is actually dropped lower than the other two outside ones. That's a variety that's a little more desirable. So always take a look at that. It's a pretty obvious one though. I think just about anybody will see that knows anything about this stuff. Usually has some decent late date Indians, but yeah, I might check for some varieties if they come out. I'm not really, don't know my Indian varieties real well. But some proof silvers, quarters. This is just one way I go through this stuff. Like in this particular case, I'll go through this as a seller, go through his inventory and kind of see what he's got. Other times I might search for a specific coin, variety, date, whatever, country. Just all depends. Here's one thing you want to check on these war nickels. RPMs, there's quite a few RPMs on these. And since the mint mark's so large, it's pretty easy to find. I don't see anything there, unless it's a minor one, could be, but not worth my trouble. You gotta watch sometimes. He does a good job, and the coins are what they are. You can see with the pictures what they are, but his description sometimes is interesting. He's listed at higher grade, and in some cases, yeah, they kind of are. Lots of Liberty on there, but they've got problems. You know, this one's got marked up all in the face there. These two are dark and pitted. Yeah, they're not real desirable. That one's just ugly. You gotta watch sometimes, but pictures are good enough. You can usually tell for the most part. There's a nice Franklin. Usually it's not. One thing with his slabs is the pictures aren't, for some reason his pictures aren't as big as regular coins. Sometimes it's hard to see details in a slab. Again, these are pretty rough and pitted. Looks like they might have been dug up out of the ground at some point. 1920. Hey, Coin Junkie, how you doing? How you doing? I haven't found anything good yet. I am only looking at this one seller, but he's been selling a lot of these used Whitmans. I actually like these. Usually you can get them cheaper than the Dansko, and I don't know, in my mind they're just as nice. But he's had a lot of those lately. I think there's one up here too. I used quarter one. I think I got one of those. Bought a handful of those off of a couple weeks ago. Used that. Actually did get one Dansko as well for a decent price. I got the oh boy, I got a Roosevelt dime Dansko. Goes up to 2002. I have not put anything in it yet. Not sure what my kids are watching or playing, but I sure sound like a dinosaur in the other room. Yeah, I've bought quite a bit from this guy. He's like I said, he does good. He ships fast, well packaged. Some things I don't know how he makes money off of it. He's always shipping first class padded envelope with tracking at least. That's with free shipping and everything. I'm not sure how he's making money on some of these things, but probably makes up for it in volume because he sells a lot every day. I mean, he probably has hundreds of auctions going off every day. I mean, he's got 7,000 listings. I like these old Civil War tokens. I've got a few, not a ton. It's a pretty decent, it's got some issues there, some wear on the, it's actually not a bad looking, yeah. Might have had a wood cleaning at one point. These I'm never sure. These could have been, I'm not sure if there's a good way to tell if this is an original engraving from back in the day or if it's more of a modern. I should bid on this. I'm winning this one. These aren't really worth much. Maybe $5. This is a pretty clean example, to be honest with you. It's from Egypt. as it says. I mean, he's right on with the attribution there. I've got a handful of these. Don't have this one in particular, but they're pretty nice sized, large coppers. I think that's my bid, so it wouldn't take much to outbid me, and that's fine. I don't. It'd be okay. It's got a lot of paper money if you're into that. It's actually a pretty clean 2-center. I always look at these 2 cents and the dates. There's a lot of date varieties. I don't know them all, but some of them I do collect a lot of foreign, actually. No real series. I do like foreign silvers and foreign big coppers in particular, but I won't say that I'm an expert on any of them, other than I know a lot about a lot of different things. But I'm horrible at collections, finishing a collection. I kind of get what I like, and or get what I can flip quick. But yes, I do everything from buying individuals, to getting bulk lots and searching through them. I don't mind doing that, even though most of it's, junk. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Every so often you'll find something cool. I always check his buffaloes too. Boy, his face got mangled there. I always check his buffaloes, mostly because it's easy to see with his pictures. It's a decent one if his face wasn't all nicked up there, his eyeball. What is this? I'm not even sure what that is. Tradesman's currency. I don't know if I've ever seen that. It's kind of cool. I can say I've never seen that before. Let's see if there's anything else out there like that. Let's do a quick search. Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. That's interesting. That's a Civil War token. That's cool. It's actually not a bad price. It's pretty clean. It's not a bad price for that. I like these old $50. Even though they're well worn, it's just a big hunk of old silver. I just picked up a 1876 Ceded Liberty. That's a little better condition than that. Like I have it sitting here. Probably not like a VF or so. Let me pull that up just for fun. Oops, I've showed this before. Just an 1876 plain. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. I don't really collect them, other than, I like big old chunks of silver, but This one I might try to flip. I got a good price on it. There's a little bit of damage there on the up above United there, but it's not real noticeable, I don't think. I might try to make a quick flip on this, make a few bucks. That's pretty cool. I got that. I picked that up online at a YouTuber's auction. Got a decent price on it, I thought. Don't know them real well, so I'm not sure of even the rarities. Let me take a look quick. I always keep a red book handy, even if this is like a 2016. It's actually a large print. I don't need a large print, but I actually kind of like it. But it's a 2016 red book. I just keep it around for looking stuff up like this. It's handy. So 1876 S, 3.2 million. Let's see, what are they going for and about good? And this. Here's one for 28. Buy it now for 30 with shipping. Here's one for $26.99 plus shipping. That's $24. So really, that's probably, because it's actually not. I don't see any major damage. There's a little bit of. I don't see too many issues with it other than just well worn. Yeah, that other one I got there, it's got some nice details on it. I'm real happy with it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. You don't want to come in here and say hi? My son likes to peek around the corner at me and see if I'm talking to myself, or because I do that sometimes. Let's see. Yep, nice. Yep, that's. I don't remember what I paid for this one, but I mean I could look it up. I just don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, it's pretty well worn, but I think maybe if you could get it for $15 or something like that. I mean, well, here's one that once went for $11.50. It was pretty slick. Actually, this looks like it's been. Oh yeah, it was somebody polished and cleaned the crap out of that one. Yeah. Okay. That's why it was $11.50. I mean, look at this one. This one is no better than the one I just am looking at there. Sold for $20. Which I think the other ones there is a little better. Well, let's see. Let me put a bit of. If I can get it cheap, I'll get it. If not, because I can always flip it for $5, make $5 off of it. Okay, we'll see what. Got the winning bid right now for $14.09. We'll see if that holds up for another hour or so. It's worth a shot. Here we go, 1865 Portugal. Got some issues there. I'm not sure what's going on with this. Looks like maybe it was maybe in the ground or something. 1865. Yeah, I just don't like the color of that. I always look for these, not necessarily the dimes, but look for these folders. You find them a lot with pennies, for example. And sometimes you can get a good deal. Sometimes they, especially with pennies, they'll have them in the wrong slots. Or I just went through one the other day on a live stream that had nothing in it, but it was a waste of time. But every so often you'll find some good stuff in those. rough looking. Somebody dug that out of the ground. Ugh. Here's another 2-center. It's pretty nice, 1864. It's like a large motto. You don't see the "we" is one of the first things to go, so it's nice to see some detail there. I don't really see, at least from these pictures, I don't really see anything going on with the date. These are also, you see a lot of die cracks on these. I don't really see much going on here. Again, I'm not a real expert with these, but I don't know if that's a good price or not, but it's probably right where it should be, I suppose. These older Venezuela silvers, especially the 5 bolivars, they go for some good money. I'm not sure. That seems like a lot of money. That seems a higher amount. Let me see what that one's. Yeah, it's an extra low mintage. Let's look at that. Venezuela. Yeah, I do spend a lot of time with the foreigns. You usually just find stuff here. That is a lower mintage, 800,000. It's pretty well worn now. I don't know if I paid $20 for it. These prices are all relative. It's about as reliable as the red book as far as actual prices, but I always look at the mintages. This is a relative rarity, but it really comes down to how many people have added them to their collection through Numista. So kind of gives you an idea of the rarity of it, but it's still, even at that, it's a bit of a hit and miss. But I don't know if it's worth $20. It seems a little high. We will move on. So here's a wheat cent one. This looks complete for the most part, almost. Here I'll look for ones that look a little higher grade. If you get the older ones from 1909 to wherever they stop at in the 40s, sometimes you can get some key dates in there. Usually has a lot of Indians, older Indians. This is rough, but again, look for varieties. I don't really pay attention to the currency too much. Maybe I should. Maybe looking for star notes that aren't listed. I think he pretty much is good at that. Well, there's a star note. It's going for some money, so I think people might have noticed that. It's $20 worth of currency. Not sure what a star note of that series goes for. 1963. Alright, so let's take a look at that. I don't collect a lot of currency, but you know what? If I find it, and let's go for star. Yeah, not a lot. It's lower grade. You can always look for special serial numbers, birthday notes, whatever might be there. It's a nice crisp one. He's probably not going to catch any errors that are in there. If there's an error on it, I'm going to catch that. He's not real. I was looking at these buffaloes for that third feather to see if that's there. What's a yellow one? That one was gold plated, I would say. Somebody gold plated that. It's interesting to say the least. Nothing I want, but it's different. Let me go back there once. This is almost a radar note. Check this out. If that 3, why is it suddenly Seems like my internet's not working here. Come on. There we go. That 3 there was another 1. That would have been a nice note to have. That would have been a nice cherry off of there if that would have been that. That would have been, just snatch that up if I could. And some of these things go for just over face. I mean, even though they're well worn. This is a lovely shield nickel with a nice hole in it. These bank tokens of Canada, you know, they were, before Canada issued its own money, the different provinces and banks of those different provinces issued, if that 3 wasn't there, so then let me go back to that real quick. Which one was it? This one? Yeah. Let me go back to that real quick. If that 3 wouldn't have been there, it would have been a 1, then yes, that's a radar note. So we just missed that. That's actually, that would have been a good one. That's actually a pretty clean example. Nice, looks pretty crisp in there. I don't see any really major folds. There's a little bit of junk on here, but if that had been a radar note, I would have jumped on that. Let's see, let's just look it up anyway. 1953A series. Let's see what a nice example of that goes for. Like I said, I don't collect a lot of currency. That's not a start note. 53A. I mean, that's still not a bad price for that. I don't know my, I just don't know my currency well enough to really take too much of a risk on it. But really, this isn't, from what I'm seeing anyways, it's about the right price. Here's one from the same seller, one for $8. Another one, oh no, it's a different seller, but yeah, this guy just pushes so much volume through that I don't think he bothers to check everything. He doesn't check everything unless it's, yeah, you're probably right. That's probably a paper clip. That makes sense. Actually, I could make a case, maybe a couple different paper clips where the paper clip was moved. Sometimes you'll see not only the rust mark, but you'll see the little bit of crimping in there, which I don't see that necessarily. Let's look on the back. Is there anything? You don't notice it on the back. So it could have been a paper clip. That's a good guess. Tempted to just see if I could snag that for an extra 50 cents. It is a nice note. Probably won't get it, but let me, because I don't really want it for anything, but if I can get it for an extra 50 cents. Oops. I always go odd number just in case. Let's see. Hey, look at that. We'll see if that holds up. eBay fever, yeah. My wife's probably watching this stream right now too in the other room, seeing me bid on stuff. Most I can make my money out of it though. I think turn around and flip it. I've actually been thinking about maybe starting my own auction on YouTube. I need to get some more followers and be seen out here. You know, I'm on different channels all the time, but I don't do a lot of my own. Oh, I got that bid already. Look at that. I will tell you this though. you're not. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that. Maybe in a couple hours come back to it. That's up in what, an hour I think. Yeah, I'll buy you one if you want, dear. That's my wife on there. I try to buy them for you all the time. You tell me no. Then you tell me how much you like them. Okay, I'll go buy it. Just for you. She really likes the we go to the coin show sometime, and she really likes the old large size paper, just better designs and stuff. But I don't have. They're not cheap. Yeah, I usually do too. But at the same token, if it's something that I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to pay more than $8.50 for it, for example, I'll bid now. Somebody outbids me, they outbid me. I wasn't going to pay more than that anyways. But what I really need to do, and I had one years ago, I had a sniping service where I could put in a bid amount, an auction, and it would automatically bid for me like with 2 seconds left. And I know they're out there, I just have to go find one and do it again. I just am not consistent with it. There's a nice looking 09. Got some carbon spots on it. It's a shame. That's actually a very nice looking one if it wasn't for that. But yeah, I usually wait till, if I catch it, I'll wait until they end. But if I'm going through a bunch of stuff like I am here, it is what it is. If I win, I win. If I don't, I don't. Nice off center. It says it's a Wheatie, but something does not look like a Wheatie. That's not a Wheatie. What's he talking about? Well, that's again, you got to watch that sometime. There's not a wheat cent. Actually looks like a zinc planchet, so it's probably 82 or above. Not that it, maybe, I don't know my errors well enough to the values of them to know what they're worth, but there you go. These are cool. These old Japanese coins. I do like these. Yeah, my wife likes the notes. I'm more of a coin guy. She doesn't like them enough to, go out and spend a ton of money on them just because she likes to look at them, but she's not really a collector of them. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good price. $12 each. Brown, Unk Brown. That's a pretty good price there. I'll jump on that. Did you get them off of eBay or on off YouTube somewhere, or a coin show or a shop or something? I want to look at that Japanese coin here. Let's see, what is it? 1923 Japan. I actually picked up a 09 BDB. Where is it? Here it is. Nice. This one is probably more of a XF, but I just like the looks of it. And it was like $4. Actually, if you haven't, check out uscoinbook.com as well. I actually sell on there. That's probably where I do most of my selling as far as coins go. Yes, he has some nice ones. I was on there. He had a nice one, I think, last night, if I remember correctly. He had some nice ones last night. I didn't stay the whole time, but so here's the one I picked up off of yeah, so I've picked them. I actually was on there last night watching his auction, at least probably about through half of it. I usually don't. I'm not a huge Lincoln collector, so I don't spend, I don't spend a ton of money on them. But I thought it was a pretty nice one here. I think I paid $4 for it. I think it's like a XF probably. Reverse does have a little bit. You can see a little bit of red there, but nice lines in the wheat. Got this off of. The thing I liked about this is the VDB was really strong on it. I mean, there's no mistaking it for sure. A nice strong strike on that, I think. Yeah, me too. I'd like to find a VDB and then have an S on the front. But get it for a Philly price. That'd be nice. That's not what I want. That's not what I want either. There we go. Let me look up at Japan. Japan, 1923. Oops. It was 50. Yes. So it is silver. It's got $2 in silver value. Now there's a lot more of those, and well, that's a high mintage there. Yeah, I don't know if I pay that kind of money for it. I think they were $12, $13 already. Yeah, I don't like it that much. Yeah, USA Coin Book. I don't know if you're there or if you've gone there before or bought anything from them. They don't have the greatest organization. It's a great place to sell if you want to get some stuff. Obviously doesn't get as much traffic as eBay, and especially with the foreign stuff, it doesn't sell quite as quickly. But for a seller, the fees are like really low, and there's some nice features. Like I can jump in here and go to Lincoln Wheat Cents, click up what I want to look at the 1909 VDBs. Let's see what they got for sale. Kind of gives a price again. These are more retail prices. I'm not sure where they pull these from. They pull them from somewhere. I actually saw where they do that from. I don't know. Anyways, but you can go through there and usually find some good examples of different things. And they have an auction side, but I usually stay on the buy it now side because I just rather buy it now. And you gotta watch, but there's a few very reputable dealers on here that I trust. I've bought from a few of them already, and have gotten good deals, good prices on stuff, and been real happy with what I've gotten. So no qualms buying from there. There's a nice Civil War token. Yeah, a little bit of this is a pretty cool one. They actually got a little bit of like I like the other blow up better. Looks like a little repunch on the M there of Army. It's a pretty high grade. Got a little bit of schmutz on the there, which kind of is a shame. It's a pretty nice one though. Really, you don't usually see them in that good of examples. Good of grade. There's some common buffaloes, net marks. There's a pretty well worn on there. 1877, I want to guess. He didn't list the date on it. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd come to that. Yeah, I keep thinking about it where I'd probably focus a lot on foreign, just because that's kind of my main focus anyways, and I've got a lot of stuff I want to get rid of. Not that some U.S. coins wouldn't slip in there, or some errors and varieties. But there's not a ton of, at least that I've found, in the U.S. of people doing primarily foreign coins. You see the silver 1 ouncers slip in from different countries, and occasional foreign coin. You can go to, I know Cheapskate does a lot of foreign stuff, but it's a matter of me just taking the time to sit down and do it, trying to build my traffic up a little bit. Last thing I want to do is have a auction or a sale when there's 1 or 2 people there. No, you know what? I don't care if they buy stuff. Those 1 or 2 people buy everything. I don't care. So I'm trying to beef my channel up. I kind of got away from YouTube, at least from posting stuff over the last 6 months or so. I'm trying to start that back up, beef it back up again, get some more traffic. I know now I'm competing with CoinOp. I don't know if his auction's still going on, but it might be. I know Joe Durbin comes on later tonight. So it's trying to compete with the big boys, trying to find that spot, that hole in there. I don't care so much about the coin roll hunting people. I'm not really into that, so if I'm competing with them, that's okay. And I'm torn about whether I want to do a true auction, where I think you'll get some more, the values will go up quicker. I think I've been on some auctions where it just feels like people are overpaying on stuff, but if it's what they want and what they like, that's fine, and good for the seller. There's part of me that wants to do that to kind of maximize any money I might make on it. Oh, that's right, you're actually in Canada, aren't you? I actually forgot about that. Yeah. Well, Ethan says hi. Ethan's my son that won't come on camera here. So hi, Ethan. I'm trying to get him to do some other. I probably created a different channel for this, but I kind of wanted to create a game playing channel. I don't play a ton of video games. I used to. Don't do it too much anymore, but my kids always make fun of me when I play. So I kind of want him to come on with me. Kind of want him to come on with me and do some commentary while I play. And have something, call it like Dad Plays Games or something like that, and he can come on there and I'm playing the game and he's on there like, Dad, no, you're supposed to do this, do that. Oh, come on, Dad, you're doing it wrong. You're too slow. Let me do it, Dad. And it would prove out that I'm actually a better video gamer than he thinks I am. Yeah, I just gotta find my crowd. Everybody, likes different things, and that's fine. And you know what? Like I said, I got enough here that I could do a handful of different auctions, and without having to restock. So I think if I advertise a little bit, saying, "Hey, I'm going to have an auction on whatever day and time," people will come. People will come. I know I post things on Facebook and in the YouTuber channel, and I don't know if that's where you saw this or if it came up through YouTube or whatever, but I know the Facebook channel on YouTube, the YouTube channel on Facebook will bring some people in. And of course, if you announce a giveaway, good inventory helps a lot. Do a giveaway, people will come just for that, and they'll end up buying. And my son thinks I'm not any good, but I was the original video gamer in this family, long before he was even a twinkle in our eyes. I taught him everything he knows. He just doesn't want to admit that. Yeah, so someday I will do that. I got to get myself organized. I won't show you my desk right now, but I got to get myself organized. Figure out exactly how I want to do it. Talk my wife into helping me. She doesn't want to come on camera either, and I'm going to try to get her to help do some of the bookkeeping and stuff for me. Yeah, that Commodore was one of those. I played back in the day. You're kind of dating me there. But yes, I was on the Commodore, but you remember when the kids were little? They'd come sit on my lap and look and wondered how great their dad was. But yes, I got my start on a Commodore. Actually, a VIC-20. Yeah, I keep buying. I get stuff and I say I'm gonna organize it, so I organize it in a pile over there, and the next stuff comes in and I create a new pile over here, and then a pile over there. Yep, the rat game with Trey, my oldest. He played a role-playing game, and one of the first things you saw was a rat coming at you, and you had to kill these rats, and with your sword. And all he wanted to do, he'd come up and say, "Hey, Dad, rat game, rat game." He'd want to play rat game. I will say the younger kids came along, and they had their older brother to learn from, so they didn't sit on. And I kind of got out of playing games when my kids started beating me. So when they started getting better than me, I kind of backed away from it a little bit. What they don't know is I kept up my skills, and there's an old one, 1804. Yeah, my desk is full of stuff, and I've got boxes down here full of stuff, folders, books. Off to my right here, lots of goodies. Gotta get organized someday. Well, let's jump. Well, let me go a little further. So here's one of those. Well, they don't have many in there. Yeah, it's not worth that. I like these. These are these odd denominations. 6 centimes from Haiti. It's an older one. It's just I like those odd denominations that you just don't see too often. You definitely don't see them anymore. Let's see what that one is. $18.46, 6 centimes. Oh, that's interesting. You even have a 6 1/4 centime. That is the oddest thing. It kind of makes you wonder what was going on, because 6 centime from the same year was copper, 16 grams, 33 millimeters. The 6 1/4 was 10 grams less, so I'm guessing it's thinner. 31 millimeters, a little smaller and thinner. Huh, interesting. All right, so let's see. No mintage. This is a kind of a rarity thing, just kind of how often they show up. Let's take a look at this. Let's see, 1846, Haiti, 1846, 6, 1150. Yeah, how much was this one going for? Well, don't know that I'm that much interested in it, but I mean, he definitely has a lot of auctions every day. It's a nice looking Liberty nickel. Now, if it didn't have that scratch down the middle, top to bottom almost, it's a pretty clean example of that, other than that scratch. Look on this side too. Yeah, that's a shame. Looking for the RPMs on this one. Let's go back to, let's just go back to page 1 on this guy. See what's about to end. I don't know where some of the ones that I had bid on are falling here. Let's see if we can get any last minute sniping on here. See, he says razor sharp a lot, but I don't think he's always right. It's not a horrible example, but it's not razor sharp. Ooh, let's see, 1934 green seal. That's a neat looking note. Let's see, I don't know much about those. 1934 green $10 bill. 30, 21, 21. What was it? See, I want to look for these light green. So let's type in light green. Let's see. I'm not sure what the difference is. I wonder if they. I don't know much about that. 16 bucks. It's interesting to say the least. There's one for 13, 16. These are pretty nice examples of it. The one that he's got is kind of a lower grade. That's a star note. That's why that's so much. 24, 20. That's tempting. I just don't know much about them. There's plenty of fold, plenty of wear on that. It's clean, relatively. It's all intact. I wonder if I could get it for 16.51. Let's see. Nope. No, that's alright. I don't want to go much higher than that. I am curious what it goes for. So we'll hang out here and count it down. Counter down. And it goes for $21.60. Still probably not a bad price. Let's refresh this bad boy. Yeah, you know, didn't need it that much, that badly. Just wanted to start net on it. Yeah. Didn't need it that badly, but if the price was right, I won't turn it down. 1868. See, my wife likes these type of ones here. However, I'm not going to buy a spend that much on a whim. Oh no, that's ugly. That's a shame. Was this the one that had the no, it was not. Guess what, dear? Are you telling me yes, those are the ones you want? It's whatever for you, dear. If you want that one, I'll bid on it just for you. However, she didn't get anything if she don't answer. Oh, there's that one. It ends in 13 minutes. I know I bid on that. I think I'm still a high bidder on that one. You can't use sarcasm on me because I'll end up buying it. Only 2 minutes left. I gotta do my research quick. Let's see. 1917 Red Seal, $1. Let's see what those go for regularly. 1917 Red Seal. That's about the right price for it, probably in that condition. Might be able to get a little cheaper than that. There's nothing special about the serial number that I'm seeing. I don't like these stains on the back. That's the one thing I don't like about it. Oops. Oops, not that. Go back this way. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that one's gonna go for 70 some. Here's one went for $60. Looks to be in about the same condition. That's a little more worn than the other one that I have there. Well, she never did answer if she really wants me to buy this or not. For I might have to start paying attention to currency more. I don't really want to sell it because I don't really want to ship it. Coins are so much easier to ship than currency. I'm not going to bid on this one, but I'm curious to see what it goes for. Don't think there's much room on that one if I want to resell it, at least not on eBay. And it goes for $61.07. Not to me. So sorry, babe. You didn't answer me quick enough. Next time. Can't use sarcasm on me, dear. I'm bound to buy something. Then I'll get yelled at. Sometimes his photos are a little blurry. I know I went through all this stuff already, but just kind of curious, doing a second run through to see if there's anything worth looking a little further at. I do like that one. Big old horse blanket. Oh, there's that Ceded. I think I got that one. Yeah, they are expensive. If there's room to make money on them, I'd buy them. Or if it's something you really like or really want, or if it's really just a good deal on it. They are expensive though, especially in higher grade. And we can always get a lower grade one. I actually got. Let me show this one here. I've got one that I picked up at an auction, an estate sale, for probably about $5 years and years ago, and it's really delicate. But it's just falling apart. Look at that. It's one of those big old horse blanket ones. It is just falling apart. I think I got it with a handful of other things too, so I paid $5 for a bunch of stuff, but that's the only large size currency I have. What in Canada? What is currency as well collected in Canada? Canadian currency? I don't know much of anything about Canadian currency. Do you guys have different sizes like we have in the U.S.? I think somewhere I have a couple $1 or $2 Canadian bills that my dad had from, I can remember, they're probably from the 50s or 60s maybe. I think he got them. I remember we went to Niagara Falls one. Well, I don't remember it. I was like a baby, but I was probably about 6 months old back in 1970-ish, 1971. We went to Niagara Falls, and I think my dad picked up a lot of Canadian bills and stuff there. So I don't know if I have them or if he still has them. He might still have them, actually. I do like to maximize my purchases with this guy. Like I said, free shipping. He ships fast. If I can buy multiple things from him, I will. I know I skipped past a lot of these bills early on in my searches here. I didn't start looking at them until a little bit later. So kind of going back, and this might be the one that I had to skip. That's kind of where I started with the star note there. Well, let's see who else I might have. There's a few other sellers that I have saved. Oh, I got outbid on that one. And that's fine. Again, I don't care so much about that one. That was more of a, if I could get it cheap enough, I'd get it. If not, I'm okay with not getting it. There's a few of the sellers I kind of follow for different things. I actually need to clean this up because some of them are just starting out. I haven't bought anything from him for a while. Let's see if he's got anything ending a couple hours. This guy has a lot of low cost foreign coins, but every so often you'll find some good stuff on here. That he starts at like 55 cents, and I've gotten some decent items off of him. Like this one actually. This is a 1948 5 ore from Sweden, and let me take a look here. 1948. These might be. I don't want to do that. Actually, I don't want to go here. I want to go here. Sweden. 1948. These are iron, and a lot of times those are rusted and just look awful. So having a nice clean example like that, I mean, they're not worth a ton of money. You know, I mean, they're not that rare. But finding a nice clean example like that one you saw that guy's got, I mean, that's not a bad one there. Alright, I'll see you in about 2 minutes when I walk in the other room. So see you later, dear. I make her watch a lot of coin videos with me. We watched a lot of auctions and stuff like that. We'll go upstairs and watch TV in our bedroom, and I'll pull up YouTube on there and we'll watch some stuff there. Let me go back to that auction. That's just a nice looking example of that. I don't see any rust. It's in pretty high grade. Let's see if I can get that for. So I'm curious, Coin Junkie. What's do you collect any currency, Canadian currency? I don't know a bunch. I know like I said, my dad had a few, but I don't know much of the history of Canadian currency. It's pretty popular here in the United States, for sure. Well, oh, that was 2 days. Doggone it, I didn't want to bid on that yet. Oh well. Somehow I got out of. Oh, he only has one thing ending here. Oh well. We bid on that for 2 days later. We'll find out in a couple days. So let's get out of here. So yeah, I'm just curious about the currency up in Canada. Yeah, my wife, you know, she doesn't collect. She can appreciate things. She'll go to coin shows with me. And we'll watch YouTube videos, and I think she's catching on to stuff. She's starting to have some knowledge of stuff. I am talking about you, dear. Okay. And like I said, she appreciates the, especially the large currency, the older large currency. But I mean, she wouldn't go out of her way to buy anything, to collect anything. I don't think. Not yet. I'm working on her. I'm working on her. None of my kids are really interested. Yeah, that's about me. I have probably a dozen different notes that I've kept out of circulation here in the U.S. Some star notes and red seals that still come up occasionally, silver certificates that come up occasionally in circulation, but I don't go out of my way to buy stuff, although I should pay more attention. I really should. What's a shin plaster? I gotta ask. I've heard the devil faces before, but I've never heard of the shin plasters. It's a new one to me. $18.98 $1 bill. That's cool.
What is this?
There you go. I live in Ohio. Let's see what this one is. Ohio. And it's just a little token. Probably nothing. Nothing I really need or want. Especially not to get into bidding war with anybody. Over it. Oh, okay, that's what you call those. Okay, we call them their fractional currency. Hey, Hidden. Yeah, I've never heard that term. I don't know that we call them here. I never heard that called for our fractional currency here. That's the term I've always heard is fractional currency, but shin plaster. That's kind of a cool name. I like that. I think we should adopt that here in the U.S. for some of our fractional stuff. Unless I'm just out of it and haven't noticed that people call it that. Let's take a look. Let's see. Shin plaster. Shin plaster money. Wikipedia knows everything. Paper money, low denomination, less than $1. Oh, that's where you pulled that from, huh? You went to Wikipedia, didn't you, Hidden? It came into use in the U.S. American during the Revolution. Piece of paper soldiers put in front of their boots to cushion their shins. It was perceived as worthless, so they used it. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I have never heard that term used in conjunction with American currency. So that's interesting. Something new. See, there you go. Only took us an hour or two, but however long I've been on, but we learned something. I learned something new today. That's for sure. Huh. Cool. Let's see. Let's see if eBay has any shin plasters. Shin plaster. I'll be darned. I never would have thought to search for that. Although it seems like there's, it's pretty common to Canadians. That seems to be where, that seems to be the whole, it looks like everything's Canadian on here. Not too bad of prices on stuff. Really. Maybe I should start me a shin plaster collection. I wonder, so if I look up fractional currency. Yeah, it's not a term they use here in the U.S. Not anymore, it looks like, at least in the common terms, because interesting. Okay, cool. Well, maybe I'll have to start a shin plaster collection and compare that to the fractional currency of the U.S. Be a nice little side-by-side collection. Oh boy. See now, Coin Junkie, you're getting me. Glad my wife's not watching anymore. Because now I'm gonna start buying a new collection of stuff. This is why I can never complete a good collection of anything, because I keep finding things like this that I get sidetracked on. See, look at this. Look at me go here. Oh. See, my wife will say, "What did you buy?" I said, "I'll tell her I bought some shin plasters." But you won't know what the heck I'm talking about. Might be a good thing. Oh, what else can I look at here? I'll find some resources out there. That is why I can never finish a collection, because I get sidetracked too easy on other stuff. I collect what catches my fancy at that moment, and then it sits on my desk in a pile until I get bored with it, and then I try to sell it. That seems to be a common theme with me. I wonder, I had some auctions going off here. Did I get outbid anything? I did. I got outbid of my ceded half. My very worn ceded half. I don't know if I want it that bad. I don't think I'm winning anything right now. I did not do too good at cherry picking stuff here today. But I did learn something new. I learned what a shin plaster is. Very good. Yeah, I'll get a bunch. I'll have a whole auction online of just nothing but shin plasters. This dealer has a lot of good stuff. His tend to go pretty high. He definitely gets top dollar for stuff. So having a good reputation and good pictures and everything go for you. Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's shop by. Let's go to US. Oops. Let's go to US coins. Go to $half, and we will go to sell categories, and we'll go to Ceded Liberties. And then soonest. And I didn't want to do that. Here. $half. Ceded Liberties. Let's go London soonest. And let's go up to $50 just because I'm cheap. Let's see what kind of deals we can get. There we go. Oh, it's the same guy. 1854. I didn't go far enough in his auctions there. I'm not sure who else is coming on. I know I think Joe Durbin comes on, doesn't he, later tonight? 8 o'clock our time anyways. I'm on the East Coast. It is 6:30 right now in the evening. Let's go back here. Let's see. Get outbid on that. Get outbid on that. I'm still winning that, but that's 2 days away. Let's take a look at this while we're getting down to the wire. Let me see. Let's do another search on that. 1876S. 1876S. Half. I think this one's a pretty fair representation of what the one I was looking at there. Maybe a little bit better on the reverse there. I don't like the color of that as much. It probably looks better in hand, but well, I could buy that and send it to Joe Durbin and have him make me a bell out of it. Huh, 25. That one's just ugly. I don't even worry about that one. Yeah, I just don't think, like, here's one that went for a pretty low grade that's, yeah, it's 22 with shipping. 23. I mean, there's one's worse, one for 20. Let me go. I'll wait a bit. I might go 18. Just to have a different number. Let's do this. 1876. And we'll give it some time here. I'll sit here for another 7 minutes. Let's see if I can snipe this one. So I could probably take it and flip it for 20 bucks. Not that $2 is that much, but I could do that on. I had to stand up for a second there. I could flip it for. It wouldn't be worth it flipping it on eBay because of the fees. I'd have to flip it on USA Coin Book. Could probably get $20, $21 at least out of that there. Let's take a look there. Half. That's $half. Where is that? Where are the $half? Ceded Liberty, 1876S. Scroll down here, 1876S, 1876S, 18. There we go. Only 3 listed. I mean, it retails for 41 and good. It is lower mintage than that one I got off of Cheapskate. Yeah, I could put 25 bucks on here easy and get that off of here, I think. Yeah, look at that 76 that I have here. In the condition that I have, it's the one I got's better than any of these. So I could flip it for 20, 25 bucks on there. And if I hold it for a YouTube auction, if I ever do one, I could probably get 25 out of it easy, I think there. maybe even a little bit more if I get the right people there. I'm gonna try to get Mr. Joe Durbin to come in. He likes to buy stuff. You can make a bell out of that. Be fine with that. I don't really like the color there on the eagle, but a little bit greenish tone to that. Yeah, there's not a lot of detail here on the front, but there is something I like the well-worn coins too. The thing I like about them is just the history that thing. What hands did that come through? What did that buy over the years? That's what I love about these older, well-worn coins like that. It's just let's go to PCGS grade, coin grade, and we will see. Let's take a look and see what grade that is. I'm guessing it's a AG, but let's take a look. Some of these older coins, I'm not. I don't want to do that. Photo grade. PCGS photo grade is a great spot to find some nice pictures to. There you go. Of all different grades. It's a great reference. Let me go all the way back here. So, yes, it's probably. In reality, it's probably a fair 02. I still think I could flip it for 20, 25 bucks, based off what other things are going for on eBay and stuff. What other prices are. But yeah, I would grade that a fair 2. It definitely does not have all the stars. The letters are well worn into it. Better than that. If it was that, I'd send it off, get it slapped. Get a pour. So I'm going to see if I can snipe this, and then I'm probably going to eat supper then. My dinner is done. The suspense is killing me. Can I win something? I have failed since I've started. I know this is riveting. This is riveting to watch. It's like watching paint dry. Get close to a minute. ready. We'll confirm it here in a second. And I will either win it or somebody else will pay over 19 bucks for it, which is fine by me. And I think I got it. I think I got it, folks. Yay, I got a very worn Ceded half. So there you go. That was riveting, and I won't say that's really a cherry pick off there. I think I'll still be able to make a couple dollars off of that, but I'll probably keep it for a while, just because I like Ceded Liberty. I like the Ceded halves. So with that, I am going to go eat my dinner. So thank you everybody for coming on, whether you've been here the whole time, whether you're just lurking, or whether everybody's gone now. So again, thank you for stopping in, and probably see you on somebody else's channel tonight, and have a good evening, and God bless.